What's the crazy experience that you've had so far?
I mean, J6 was pretty wild.
I'm sure.
You was out there for J6?
I was up there for J6.
What the fuck? I didn't know that. You was out, what was you doing?
I was working on J6, all right, Charlamagne? I was working there.
I was out there.
I was out there.
Climb the window.
You know what the funniest moment on J6? Outside of the whole trying to overthrow the government and, crapping on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Outside of that, I'm literally interviewing people, and we'd been there before, and we knew sort of like we don't want to get trapped on the onslaught, so let's stay outside of where everybody is. And quite frankly, we're like, where's the one place nobody is congregating? And it was outside the African American History Museum. Nobody was going there. So we were like, we will meet up here, and then we'll go and find people to interview. And we start walking, and we find this guy swinging a pitchfork. And I go up to the man, I start talking to this man.
Oh, that's the guy you want
That's
to talk
the guy.
to.
I mean,
the guy that's swinging the pitchfork.
We got to make TV here, and that guy's got a pitchfork. He's throwing it around.
Lead with blood. All right.
By the way, I still find it hilarious that nobody was outside the African American.
Oh, 100%.
That's the funniest thing. Where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
African American Museum.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
Do you want to engage with America's sins of the past? No, let's take a crap on the desk of the Capitol. What do you say? So we're talking to this guy swinging a pitchfork, and he's ranting about revolution, and another man comes up. He sees the camera, and he's just swearing. He's just obscenity, man. And he's yelling so loud that Pitchfork Man stops the interview. He shushes him, and then he says, "This man doesn't speak for me," which then leaves me grateful to the more level-headed man swinging a pitchfork. Wow. And he makes eye contact with me, and he rolls his eyes as if to say, like, can you believe this effing guy? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's it. Like, even this guy is like, these guys are too crazy for me. Can we just have a conversation? And you're like, right, we can actually find a little bit of common ground if there is that crazier person there.
Yo, refresh my memory. What the hell was happening on January 6th before the insurrection? What was everybody there for?
Well, they were there to certify the vote.
Certify the vote. Okay.
But Trump then preempts it by having a huge rally at 11 o'clock. And so everybody comes out. Rudy Giuliani's there. And so everybody comes to watch the giant Trump speech, but everybody leaves halfway through. Not everybody. Half the folks leave halfway through to start moving towards the Capitol, which then we saw the Proud Boys march on the Capitol. I mean, it was a wild day. It was not a surprise, though, as a cable comedy show. Like, we knew to be at the Capitol. We were right there when they pushed in because we're like, this is where everybody's going. This is where they said they're going. There's going to be something happen here. We didn't expect them to get inside, but we knew they'd be there.
Well, for the sake of content, for the sake of clicks, did you think to yourself, hey, we should go in with them?
Luckily, my inherent fear got in the way there. Gotcha. I think it was confusing as to like what the rules were. I think even at the time, like there was a small fence that got pushed in, and even as you're seeing this and you're watching this, and it's half tragic. You're like, this is the Capitol, this is the seat of American governance, and I see all these people acting like generals going in there, and it's also completely absurd. I interviewed literally an old man on a Segway trying to go up the hill while it's happening. But I'm assuming they can't get in, right? You're like, they're going to get stopped at some point there, but the people just kept coming, and literally our security guards at one point were just like, we're hearing explosions. This is an uncontrolled situation. It's time to get home.